The new Volvo probably thought I've forgotten about it. Nope, I haven't forgotten about it. Just been working on those ponds out of town. It's been kind of cutting into my weekend free time, but finally got those knocked out and got some free time to pedal on the farm this afternoon. So it's supposed to rain every day next week. Therefore, I may burn my brush pile. I still have the 2 track loaders sitting beside it and the D6. I'm gonna go start those up. They haven't been moved in about a month, and bring those over here and get them a little closer back over here and tuck them up down in the path over here out of the way. And I think I can fit through there. I'll probably move this over there out of the way, and that way they're not beside the pile when I burn it, and they don't get covered in ashes and or caught on fire. So I'm going to take those. I got Betty, the 953, and the D6. Bring them up here and line them up down the old farm path right here. Well, there they are, still sitting exactly where I left them after doing the equipment walk around video. I'm going to start up the D6 first and let it warm up. Then Betty, 953, because I won't need these for a little while. If anything, I'll need the track loader before this. This has got a clearing project to go to eventually, but I'm gonna wait till it dries out. I'm tired of dealing with mud. I know it'll fire up. It always does. No gigantic puddles under there. Think we'll be all right. I'd normally check the oil, but the dipstick's a pain to get in and out sometimes. Let's see if she'll start up without some starter fluid. Maybe. Here we go. Nope, not gonna kill the battery. She just needs a little whiff. Uh-oh. I guess we're gonna need the jump box. Guess where the jump box is? In my truck. To be continued. Jump box to the rescue. I swear this thing gets heavier and heavier. Get old Betty fired up. Heck, I may move this pile of dirt. I don't know why I need to move the pile of dirt, but I may move it over there. Let it run a little bit. Charge up the batteries. Let's see. Old jump boxes never let me down. Oof. Let's see, how was this one? Let's see, how do we get to the batteries? Oh yeah, there we go. And I thought. There we go. Like so. Where are we going to put that? Let's put that right there. All right, hot, negative. Let me set the other camera up. And 24 volties. All the ponies. All right, fire in the hole. Oh, she lives again. Now we got a little rainwater in there. Let's get the 953 out of the way. Like clockwork. let's check out the old pond site. It looks still looks a little wet. I'm coming down here to get that. Both boom cylinders need to be repacked on the old 220. Now the seal kits came in, and doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do much more down here anyway. So my plan is to probably go ahead and walk that machine out of here before it rains and take it up there so that we can get those repacked sooner than later. Got good flow through here now though. Doesn't really appear to have dried out much. Got a couple more trees to take down right there, but I'm just going to wait till the fence is down. Hopefully they're going to come next couple of weeks and get that moved, and I still got to take down all those trees right there as well. But yeah, pretty much too wet to do anything down here today. So day number 1 of trying to have an easy week of little rest and really not doing any work because it's supposed to rain every day, and it rained about 3/4 of an inch last night, and everything's just too wet to start on another project. Is not going well because well, I've already got the equipment lined up. Went and looked at, well, I did that yesterday, brought all the equipment over here. Went and looked at a big project this morning, has some good potential, and I'm antsy now, so I want to set my brush pile on fire before it rains anymore. So got me a little go-go juice in the bucket there. I'm gonna go over there and see if I can't dig around in it, find a dry spot, and see if I can't get a fire going, get that mess burn up. Didn't even catch that on film, but I did pick up a bucket by the handle with the grapple. I thought it would work, and it did. All right, let's go see if I can find something dry in this pile to get the fire started with. That should be interesting. All right, I got the fire started. I'll try to pick out some of this smaller dry stuff. And get it laid up here where the fire is. Maybe it'll stand a little bit better chance on burning. Always deceiving. This stuff looks dry, but it's still pretty wet. I knew that was going to slide off. Oh well. Maybe the rest of it will stay there. This stuff, some of it has already been burnt before. It's left over from my other pile. Let's see if I can track over here and find some actual brush. On my brush is actually on the other side of the pile. I don't want to drive over there because it's wet, but I might have to. All that stuff's a little big. I think it'll burn. It's just going to take a little bit of time. tree right here. That'll burn pretty good. It is. I think my best bet's still to get some of this stuff right here that's already been burnt before. I know it's probably as dry as anything out here. I swear I'm going to reverse the hoses on the rotate. You can't change the rotate in the computer, and every time I want it to rotate it goes the wrong direction. Which would be a really easy fix, just to swap those two hoses around right there. Alright, get off the grapple. Well, that looks like it's going to start now, so I'm going to let that catch up for a minute and keep stacking some more stuff on there. Oh yeah, it's cooking. You can hear it just sucking the air in. That hardwood's probably, I did the fence line, gosh, that's probably been 3 months ago. That stuff dried out pretty good. I think there was already a pile here. I can't remember. All my days blend together. Regardless, it's been there long enough to dry out for a while. Well, I've wandered around the farm for about an hour and went and looked at some little drainage issues down there in the woods that probably too wet to mess with, but I'm probably going to tackle tomorrow. And the old fire pile has burnt down pretty good. So I'm going to come over here and restack it as I get this stick out of the way. I got to move over a little farther because that's hot. Try to get some of these stumps in the fire. Let them start doing what they're going to do. And that is burn down. That is also going to block a little heat from me. That one right there to block some of that heat. Add that. Drop these a couple times and get a little dirt off of them. The grapple does work pretty good for this. I think I can move brush faster with the bucket and thumb, but for logs and piddling with little stuff like this, the grapple does work pretty handy. Once I can remember the control pattern to it. After running the 550 for the past 2.5 weeks, this thing feels like a little mini excavator, so you wouldn't believe it, but it operates way differently as far as, like, you know, grabbing. Well, there's really not a whole lot of finesse with the 550 as far as like picking up little sticks and stuff, but it was fun to have it on that project. I was able to get it knocked out quickly just like I wanted to, so it all worked out good. big old stump there. I think this one's on top of it. Clay. I wonder if I can grab that grass seed bag. Looky there. That's actually well, that has been there since I planted the field, and I think I planted that September, October, I don't remember. I threw the grass seed bags over here in the burn pile. So yeah, this stuff has been here for at least 4 months. Huh. Time flies when you're having fun. I do know one thing, that's getting a little warm on my face. Stay right there. Let's not let those ashes blow all over us. We're good. I believe that was the tree I pushed over with Betty when I first got it. No. Take that back. It was with the 953. That was left over from the original burn pile from the summer. So that has definitely been here a while. Dust. Holy crap. That's the only dust in North Carolina right now. I better put that in a bag and save it. I have a feeling it's not going to dry out for a while. Might get a little slow on videos. There's not a whole lot to do with it being so doggone wet. I don't even want to start some projects until it dries out. Well, I think that's going to burn pretty good. I'm just going to let that do what it's going to do, and then I'll run around there and restack everything. But smoke's going up in the air pretty good. It's getting nice and hot. Of course, that stuff has been piled up for quite a while now, so it should burn down pretty quickly, I would imagine. Evidently, you'll get this on these big jobs where your trees just catch on fire. Interesting. Well, what happened was a ember probably flew out of the burn pile and landed in that dry wood. I'm not really too worried about it. You couldn't set that on fire down there if you wanted to. It's a little wet. So I'll just let my tiki torch burn down, do what it's going to do, but I need to stack the fire up one more time before I go look at another project. Oh, let's push up the fire a little bit. All these logs are crisscrossed, so therefore it's got a little more air in there. I can pack everything in there a little bit better. Let it burn down while I'm gone. pieces of wood that I hauled over from when I stumped the neighbors, because I figured it'd be easier to burn here, which it is, but they are a pain in the butt to burn. Let's see what that does, and I'll be back before dark to stack it up one more time. Well, it looks like the fire is burning down pretty good. It's at least burning a whole of the dry stuff out, and my tiki torch tree has burnt down to a pile of ashes in about an hour and a half, so that's pretty good too. Wind is changing direction, blowing back this way, so I'm going to go around to this side of the pile, grab some of that stuff and chunk it up on there. Let her keep cooking. Let's give it a good stacking up here. Figure out the puzzle on getting the logs uncrisscrossed. So that they will burn down. I see what's going to be the problem. That tree right there with the stump attached to it. It's going to stick up to keep everything from laying down. So I'm going to take that, try to get that pushed over here. There we go. Betty packed this stuff in here good, didn't it? Just get a little bit here and there. Oh well, I just get a little bit here and there. I'm actually going to go around the other side of the pile and grab some of that layover. Unfortunately, the sun will be shining directly in the windshield, so therefore it will not make a good video. But I'm sure I'll be back over here tomorrow to finish pushing up everything around here. Back over here this morning. I did come back down here last night and stack the fire up, and looks like a lot of that burned up, so I'm going to go down there and restack that and get that burning real good, and go mess with the excavator a little bit more, and we'll get those cylinders off. Grapple full of logs that couldn't fit on the trailer, so I'm going to make those disappear in there like so. Let's see if we can't grab a little of this drier material along the outside edge and chunk in there before I get to rooting around in all those stumps. That old pine that I took down from my neighbors there, it's aggravating stuff to burn this time of year. It just gets so wet. As you can see, it's just nothing but pine straw and dirt, sticks. It just holds so much moisture, it don't burn well. So I'll rake that around, try not to make too much smoke. It's blowing towards the houses up front. But once this catches up, it should get to burning pretty good again. Stuff's still nice and hot. Sort through some of this before it gets burning too good, because I'm pretty much downwind from the fire, and that's kind of a no-no. But when it's smoldering like this, there's really not many embers. Until you do some stuff like that. That's not a good idea. Alright, talked myself out of that real quick, didn't I? So this is kind of where the bucket shines over the grapple. Is I swear I can pick up stuff a lot faster with the bucket. The reason I just kept the grapple on here is because I'm lazy and I didn't feel like taking it off. Everything's wet, muddy, and greasy, and I just kind of wanted to play with the grapple. But I think the bucket does work better for stuff like this. But when I was grabbing those logs and stuff, it definitely shines, for sure. Even for stuff like this, it does shine. I'm just partial to my bucket, I guess. Happy with the way this burnt down though. I got a big pile of ashes though. Let me dig through this. There's still, as you can see, there's still logs and mess that haven't burnt wedged down in here. I've got to get pulled out and laid into the pile, and they should take off burning pretty good, and I should be able to rake these ashes out, or maybe they'll soak up a little moisture out of the, it's supposed to rain the next 3 days. Soak up a little moisture where they won't be so dusty. I'll probably just mix them in with that pile of dirt over there and use it for whatever I need later on. Oh, it's crawling. It's like little stuff like this, it's hard to kind of pick up with the grapple. I can kind of sort through a little bit better with the bucket. Little giblets right here. It's kind of hard to pick that stuff up, but I guess that's really not that big of a deal. Alright, let me get this stacked up, and that should be burning pretty good here soon. It always takes a minute, but you pile up all those burning scraps again, I swear they burn better than anything else. Just cooking away over there. So kind of raked through here and got this steaming, got all the big stuff out. I'm gonna let that burn down, and then I'll come back over here later once it burns down some more and stack it back up again.